Hello everyone and welcome back to Run It Up. Run It Up number 94. We were playing some 25-cent, 50-cent, no limit Texas Hold'em on ultimatepoker.com. Gonna be defending here in the big blind with Queen 5 of hearts, of course. Let's see, flop dealer. Really excited for the show today. It's gonna be a good one. A lot to talk about, actually. A full slate of things. Our opponent started off here with a check. I don't think we represent anything credibly whatsoever by betting here, so I think checking back seems fine. If the turn card was something that was I don't know, maybe like an 8 or heart or a 6 even, there are a lot of cards we could potentially take a shot at, but I don't think an ace is a good one. So let's check back. We could have the best hand. Our opponent could just be completely straightforward and just be giving up, but that would be really bizarre. Let's see, though. Certainly don't think bluffing makes any sense. All right, chop it up. Really bizarre hand from our opponent there. And that's actually exactly the reason why you bet with hands like that. Because imagine if we just had king 5 instead of queen 5. Then we scoop the pot and we would have folded probably to the flop bet. So if you've ever been curious as to why you should play your semi-bluffs aggressively, that's a great example, actually. I think we just limp fold here against a guy we've never seen before. Don't think there's too much reason not to. So first of all, you may be asking, hey, Jay Carver, what's up with the smaller stakes than usual? Well, first of all, I'll point out that these are actually reasonable stakes for our bankroll. Not for nothing, but we only have like 33 buy-ins, so it's not like it's that small. This is actually like reasonably bankrolled. But the reason I'm playing this is because I have kind of a small window to make videos today, and this was the only thing that had an open seat. So in we go. I'm excited. You guys will like what I have in mind for next week. I'm gonna start with a bet here. Do I love it? Of course not. But I think we'll win this often enough right here, and if not right here, we'll win often enough on the turn. And we probably will not be bluffing on the river here unless something weird happens. But starting off with a bet against a guy we've never seen before seems fine to me. So, don't think we've seen either of these guys before either. I don't think there's any relevant history. But I'm excited for several reasons. Let's talk about all the reasons why I'm so excited. So, we've started awarding tickets to UFC 169. That's right. I've got 52 of them, and I'm bringing 50 run-up warriors with me to the fights. I'm very excited about this. All you have to do to win is send me an email, dearjcarver@gmail.com, with something creative, clever, whatever you want. Could be a video, a song, a dance, a poem. I don't really care. All you have to do is convince me that you are deserving and want to be a part of all this. Now, you also have to make sure you can be in Jersey on February 1st, which might not be the easiest thing for those of you in, say, Belarus. I'm just saying, if you can't make it to Jersey, don't send me an email. Hold off until a thing comes to your region, and then you can hop in there. But the event is in Jersey. That's a barrier to some of you, I am sure. But that's awesome. I'm going to start running. I've been posting some of the winners on Facebook. There was an awesome song. There's an awesome Lord parody that I put on Twitter and Facebook. And that was great. It gave them 3 tickets. I actually went into the office today, and I went to the office. Was it today? I think it was this morning. Might have been yesterday, though. The days have really blurred together recently. But I went into the office, and I could just hear it in the background. Run it up. I kid you not. I just hear it. I walk in, and you can just hear it echoing whispering off in the background there. And I was like, yeah, we're supposed to give away a pair of tickets. And they're like, well, there's 3 people in the video. And then I was like, okay, hey, 3 sounds good to me. It wasn't even like a question. It was like a demand. Everyone's like, duh, you have to give them 3 tickets. So we did 3 tickets to them. Our sweet winners from the first contest that we did. John and the Runnin' Umpkins was a bad name. How can you beat that? That's too good. I guess I'm going to just check back here. Do we win? Almost never, but I feel like he's not folding at this point. Maybe he would have convinced himself to fold. Don't think he'll fold the flush, though. But John, the guy who made the Running Up Warrior, who made that song, was actually the guy who won the promotion in the Ultimate Poker Weekend promotion in November to see GSP and all of that. So What can you say? It's the run it up is the just it's it. It's the well for great times and experiences for whoever wants to. Once you're on a thing, you just do it. Whatever that means. But yeah, it's awesome. I'm really excited to hang out with you guys. Obviously, it should be pretty awesome and all of that. Gonna check and call here. I think we limped called pre, right? I believe that's what we did. That's a pretty good turn card for the 10 and the 7. I'm going to start with a check. I'm a little concerned, yes, but, concerned with checking and that he might check back. But I don't think betting makes a lot of sense. I'm being a little greedy here by checking instead of betting. Just betting ourselves, But if we make it 12.50 and our opponent calls, it'll be 25 plus, so 36, and we'll have, yep, okay, let's do that. That seems fine. I could have made it like 11.50, actually, to make the river pot. But that's a pretty good river for us. Look how beautiful this is. 29.54, 30.56 in the pot. It's beautiful. I'm crying. I'm all in. I'm all in. I don't think that his decisions will change too much, whether we bet 22 or we shove or whatever. I've got the second nuts. Nope. Not good, I'm afraid. That's right. That's right. I think we deserve the pink ball for that one. That was very solid poker. We checked and called. We had the best hand pre-flop, I'll point out. We had the best hands pre-flop. Limp called correctly. And then turn, our flop check called correctly. We were behind. And then turn, check raise with the nuts. And then on the river, got it all. Seems like a good hand of poker to me. So maybe perhaps a less well-played hand of poker here about to be played. It went raise, I called in the button because, hey, why not? And then it went re-raised and call, and certainly I'm not folding now. At this point, I'm on for the ride. Perhaps not the sweetest of flops for the 10 and 5 of clubs. We could definitely win this hand. It certainly is a thing that could happen. That is most likely to occur if our opponent starts with a check, because I don't believe I'm going to be doing too many things with our exact hand here against a bet, but you never know. It's a magical mystery wonderland here at Run It Up. Yeah, I think that's the end of our life here. I think we'll just fold now. Oh, brother. The things we could have done on this turn card. I'm all in. I'm all in. Please. I changed my mind. So yeah, we've got some really cool stuff coming up with this promotion thing. We have got all these tickets here. I've given away 5 of these tickets so far. I've awarded 5 of these tickets to 2 Run It Up Warriors so far. Oh yeah, we could definitely have won this pot in the turn. I mean, not definitely, but I think it's at least possible, if not probable. So I've awarded 5, so I've got 45 left for all you East Coast area warriors that we definitely could have won this pot. Could have won this pot maybe even on the flop. If an 8 is winning, what did the other guy have? King 10? I don't understand really. 101 dealer. That's right. Classic joke. One of the earliest Run It Up jokes, I believe. So the other exciting piece of news, and I'm gonna make like a formal video for the promotion for these tickets things next week. I wanted to give you guys, the true Run It Up Warriors, first dibs at getting your emails out, and I will go through some of the winners on next week's shows a little more frequently, and all of that. But yeah, also don't forget that if you're sending me an email with any kind of submission for this, you're giving me permission to post it on Facebook, Twitter, however I please. So just keep that in mind. That's all I'm saying. So yeah, there's that. So the other exciting piece of news for all of you around the world, the Run It Up fans, is that I've decided that next week, I guess we'll play this hand first. I'm going to start with the bet and go from there. I think 5 seems fine. But I've decided that, we've been hovering around the $2,000 mark for some time now. $1,500, $2,000. We've been hovering for quite some time now, at least a month or whatever. And it's certainly fine within the realm of normal variance, of course. I'm not too perturbed by that by any means. I'm also not too perturbed by this turn card here, although I'm not sure it's made us the best hand, or I'm not sure that we have the best hand here too often, but I believe I'm going to start with a check and then make some decisions. I may or may not fold on this turn card. It'll depend on what he bets and how he bets it. But I think I'm planning on calling. We beat all the other ace highs. Wow, that's a big bet. We beat all the other ace highs, but I mean, I'm suspicious. I'm suspicious by nature, which is true. So I'm always suspicious. But I'm suspicious here, but I think we're just going to fold. I think he earns it for 2150. If we had an overpair, I wouldn't fold. If we had some other like connecting card, I wouldn't fold. But I think we can fold ace king. We make a mistake against king ace queen, if he ever has a hand like king queen, but I doubt it. That's not a thing that people really show up with there too often at this level. He could have ace jack, ace queen. We make a mistake against those. He could have other weird hands, but I also think he has like 10-8 sometimes, 10 jack. Hands that are just like, I think I got the best hand. And then he just bets. All of a sudden he became like a Southern Belle there. Spew artist, the Southern Belle. 101 dealer. So... so the thing I was excited to say is that we've been hovering for a while, and I feel like it's time to stop hovering. And obviously I can't promise for sure that we'll stop hovering, but I'm planning on making next week Turbo Week. That's right. All of you guys that have been like, hey, Jay Carver, play more tables. Hey, Jay Carver, play more often. Hey, Jay Carver, take the challenge aspect of Run It Up more seriously. All right, you're going to get your wish. So here's what I'm going to do. Next week, before next week, I suppose, I'm going to empty out my Ultimate Poker account to be exactly in line with our Run It Up bankroll. So there'll be no more outside, for at least this week, there'll be no more outside of Run It Up play. So if I'm playing on the site, I'm playing for Run It Up money. That's it. That's what it is. That's the challenge exactly. And what I'm going to be planning on doing, in the past, I've pretty much only played, in the past like 4 months of the 5 months we've been running Run It Up, I've pretty much only played sessions on video. I don't think I've played even one off-camera session since like July. But this week, that's not going to be the case. I'm still going to make plenty of videos, of course. There'll still be 5 videos and lots of streams, more streams than ever. There'll probably be streams in replacement of videos for a day, something like that. Maybe one in addition to, I'm not sure exactly, but I'm going to be playing lots of tables. I'll try to keep hands out that are interesting, that strike me as interesting, and there'll be a whole bunch of like kind of cool heavy poker related content. I'll definitely be doing at least one video of a multi-tabling session next week as well, and we'll see if I believe that if I really like tried and put a lot of time into playing poker and just play whatever tables and I really just attempt to run it up, I think I can do some work. And what better way than to do it to prove that I am right about that? So that's the plan as of right now. As of Monday to Friday next week, or maybe even I'll start Sunday, technically speaking. So Sunday to Friday next week will be Turbo Week on Run It Up. So if you want to sweat, even though you're not in Nevada, you can sweat it by downloading Ultimate Poker's client. You can hop in, sweat, and rail, watch. I'll post on Facebook or other social media, probably mostly Facebook, if I do decide to play. And when I do decide to play, I should say. That would be a sick Turbo Week. I had other things to do. I didn't play. What a Turbo Week that would be. But with any luck, boy, we're just raking it in. With any luck, we'll be able to run it up and maybe make a bit of headway towards other things. I think like I don't know. I just feel like I can very likely play within a week more volume than we've played in the last 3 months. I mean, if I tried hard, that's probably true. But even if it's not that much more, I think it would still be fun. I'll play some more tournaments. I'll really get in there. I'll really try to run up the challenge, and I think it'll be an interesting twist. And I think, what's the worst thing that can happen? I mean, the worst thing that can happen, I guess, is that I win $8,400 and Run It Up is over. And I have like 2 videos out of it. But that won't happen. Let's be realistic. And besides, it wouldn't even be over. We're committed, right? We're committed to, aren't we going steady at this point? I thought we had something nice going on here. You know? Is that not true? Come on. You know? Think of the children. Think of the 16-year-old Swedish wizards that wouldn't know what to do with their 9-4 offsuits without running it up. You know, they'd just be folding. And thanks to running it up, they know to just bet. That's right. Gotta think of the children. Carver, you be at Red Rock next weekend? Don't think so. I don't think anything is happening at Red Rock as far as I know. Maybe it is. I have no idea. Nobody tells me these things, but I don't think so. Isn't next weekend going to be the Super Bowl weekend? Isn't that next weekend? Or is that the weekend after? I don't know. But yeah, I'm coming to Jersey. That'll be great. There'll be some sweet things. Not only am I coming to Jersey, but Dan O'Brien is coming to Jersey. A couple other people are coming to Jersey. It's going to be a great week. That last week of January, there'll be a whole bunch of cool things, both online and in person, for you guys over in the Jersey area. And I'm sticking with my promise to make it to Long Island and do something for my my Long Island cousins over there, our brothers and sisters on Long Island. That I feel like you guys have always been like, you know, a little jealous of the Jersey kids, you know. You go, hey, we're related. You came from Long Island. You don't even like New Jersey. That's not true. Jersey's very nice. But I feel, you know, I feel we have kindred spirits with, you know, my Long Island friends. So I definitely want to do something on Long Island one day as well. It's funny, mentioning kindred spirits, a couple of weeks ago I watched Cloud Atlas for the first time, and I talked about it a little bit on the show when I watched it, and it's really been on my mind a lot. I don't know, I'm convinced I'm definitely going to read the book, because I don't know, I found it I really enjoyed it. I thought it was awesome, and it's funny because people seem to be pretty polarized between either like thinking it was like awful and convoluted, and people who love it and really understand and really seem to like get it. I don't know. I feel like I loved it. I thought it was beautiful, and I can't wait to rewatch it, to be honest. So I don't know. You guys didn't seem to really respond, I don't think, too much. But if you saw Cloud Atlas and liked it, what other sorts of things would you recommend to a fellow like myself? Similarly, if you read Cloud Atlas and enjoyed it, what other similar things would you recommend to me? If you were into reading things, post on the comments below. Let me know. I'd be curious. The Run It Up Book Club may begin. A quarter? All right. I can put in a quarter here. Let's see if Diggler will allow it. 101 dealer. Okay. Hey, we're not folding. If not for 51 cents. Maybe someone else can do something about this, but okay. All right. Can I buy the button off you for 51 cents? That would be great. Boy, what is he folding on the button if we're completing and calling with a 4-7 offsuit? She's probably too busy fixing her earrings, you know, getting the hat just right. That look doesn't just happen, people. You know, you gotta appreciate, you know. She probably spent hours putting her face on and all that, getting the boobs just right, you know. It doesn't just throw itself together, people. That's right. I'll teach you. Don't worry. You'll learn. Stick with me, kid. You got this. And as far as this hand goes, I believe we're just not winning. Spoiler alert in case you thought we might. Nah, not this time. Not this time, I'm afraid. If you haven't seen it yet, you should go check out yesterday's video. I had my friend Danielle Anderson, also known as The Moon Girl, in studio. We had an awesome hangout, and probably the best run-up hangout so far. Probably due to the fact that Danielle is awesome. That's pretty much it. I've really enjoyed doing those interview types of things, not only because they're fun and different, but also because they're a thing that I've never done before. Like, my sit down with Antonio was the first one I've ever done, the first interview I've ever done. I mean, maybe as like a kid, I interviewed like some firefighter or something like that. Hey, mister, can I have some information from you? Maybe. I don't even know if that's true, but I believe like it might have happened. It could be. Little baby Jay Carver running around doing his thing, you know? It could have been a possibility, but I don't even recall that being a thing. So it's not a skill that I've developed at all. And so I've really enjoyed having the opportunity to do that for you guys, especially with people as awesome as have been on. I mean, some of the smartest poker wizards in the world. Martin Campman was also on a hangout. So pretty sweet life all in all. I can't lie. Thanks, Ultimate Poker, for letting me be out here in Vegas, because I don't think I would get guests like this if I was in Long Island. I'm just saying. I love Long Island, but I don't know who I would have got that could have paralleled Antonio out there. It's funny because like I'd made videos from Long Island years ago. Obviously, if you've been around, you know this is true. But once online poker died, I never really thought of making videos in any other format or game type or interview type of things. Or it took the final table before I really was like, videos besides videos like this are pretty cool. And it's funny that now I've ended up doing videos like this after all of that. But obviously, it's not exactly. If you really watch Run It Up is not really a poker show. I mean, obviously, it's a show that has poker in it, but you know. It's pokertainment. I like that. Whoever said that to me, I what am I thinking? I'm not gonna fold at this level. I could fold it. I would fold this at like, some tougher games, but I don't think this game looks particularly difficult. So in there we go. Okay, well, I've cost us $1, boys. I apologize. I should have just folded. I got too greedy. I left the fundamental. I'm not moving on until I think of this word. I've left the. You ride it on a horse. It's a saddle. Thank you for your assistance. I've left the fundamental saddle, as it were. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, I feel like there's a place you're supposed to be, and I left it. I left the saddle. I stood up, and that's what happened. I got punished. Call? I have 10 and 10. All right. That's a fair fight. All right. Less fair fight. Okay. There goes $20 and change. See ya. Thanks for hanging out for a little while. See you later. $20. Nothing we can do there, of course. Pretty standard all in all. So, yeah. I don't know. It's interesting how things come about, thinking about just the somebody, I'm obviously very appreciative of all the cool things that I get to do these days, and it's been awesome moving out here. The opportunities that have come out of moving out to Vegas have been tremendous, and it's been a very, very different life the last 6 months than the one that I lived the 2 years prior to it. Very different. I was just talking before to somebody about like how different things are now. Like these days, if I'm lucky on like a good week, I get a day off. If I'm lucky, I get like Saturday off, which I try to spend, outside of the internet zone of communication too much, if I can help it at least. But in the old days, I would get like 29 days off a month. It was like not even at all. And these days it's like if I get an hour and a half a night to play like 2 games of League of Legends, I'm like, oh my god, this is Christmas. It's the best thing ever. I don't know. It's awesome. So fulfilling though. I don't know if I've ever said it on Run It Up before, but every single day here in Vegas, I wake up and I'm like, what amazingly cool things are gonna happen today? And every night I go to sleep and I'm like, man, that was fun. Can't wait for tomorrow. How can you beat that? If that's not, I don't know. I don't think it's beatable. I think it's just awesome. And I'm really excited to see what will happen the rest of this year as Ultimate Poker continues to grow, Run It Up continues to grow. Oh, another thing that I almost forgot amongst all the excitement. Something else that we've been working a lot on in the last few months. I'm very excited to officially, formally, finally announce coming in February, the launch of runitup.com. Yes, that's right. In addition to having all the cool videos laid out in an interesting way and a bunch of other things, for you guys. There will also be a store. You can buy yourselves the posters there. They will be shipped to you directly. I have good news on that, but I don't want to spoil it in case it doesn't work out. But it should be like an amazingly smooth, perfect process that doesn't rely on me. So you can just click, and then it'll magically appear at your door a day or two later, potentially for $0 in shipping. You'll see how I have that potentially worked out. Don't want to tell you guys, then have it not work out. But that could be really awesome. There will also hopefully be shirts and stuff like that. I actually received the first few shirt prototypes the first few Run It Up shirt prototypes that I've really liked. And I'm excited to get those out to you guys. That will also be a part of the store. Maybe not initially on launch, but soon after. If not at pretty soon to the beginning. There'll also be some sort of community forum sort of a thing. Obviously, I've been a big fan of forums in my life, not just for like the fun of them, but as both learning tools and for the fun of them. So I'm excited to have that also on the site. This should be pretty sweet. I've seen it, looks good. Everything is pretty much in place. We're just fixing a little bit of things, and then it should be out and about February, coming soon to a internet near you. How exciting is that? I'm excited. You're always excited. All right, that's true. But I'm legitimately excited for good reasons this time. That's true. It's real. All right. We're up a sweet $2.95 so far, but we lost a coin flip. You can't say anything bad about that. And I feel like we've been playing pretty well all in all. Don't think there's been too much that we've done that's been wild and or silly. The 10-5 of clubs hand was a little silly, but not really that silly because, the other guy probably didn't have a pair, or if he did, it was, mathematically speaking, we made no mistakes that 10-5 of clubs hand, especially given that we have position and whatever that adds to our chances of winning, which is something a significant addition and all of that. Whatever the value is of having the button in that hand, given the fact that ace-8, the rear raiser had ace-8, and the other guy had a hand either worse than pocket sevens or, two unpaired cards that are, probably don't include 10s and 5s in them. So I think mathematically we obviously didn't make any mistakes there. I think the rest of it has been pretty normal poker. Don't think we've done anything else too crazy or silly. I can only play for another orbit though. Unfortunately, it's a little bit shorter. Still gonna be like a 35-minute video here, people. Plenty of time. Don't be too mad at me. I always imagine as soon as I say that, people are like, "What? Jay Carver? No!" Wow, you guys became like a real angry version of my mom there. Really angry version of my mom. Actually, my mom angry does not get like that. It's I have to really think back to the last time my mom got really angry. It's much more of like a simmer, the way that my mother gets angry. It's not it's not really like an instant to your face, like, God, I hate you. It's much more of a passive aggressive, really year-long or beyond process where you'll slowly understand the passive aggressiveness and all of that. But I guess there have been plenty of screaming arguments as well. It's true. For a long time, there was a very limited Hall of Fame of people that I was ever truly enraged at myself, and that number was my mother, of course. It has to be. We had some crazy battles over the course of our life in arguing and such, especially in my upper teens. Surprise, surprise. And it was the Hall of Fame people that I really, really screamed at top of my, a 10 out of 10, true 10 out of 10. It was my mother and my best friend, my best friend, Alex, who I don't even really recall how we argued, but he was a professional poker player, and we pretty much came up together, met actually on an online forum, so as we were referring to before. Oh, hello there. Deuce ball, interrupting my story to give me 3 of a kind. Oh, that's unfortunate. Our leprechaun friend detects the happiness and correctly checks back. We could check and be greedy. I don't hate that. Check and raise. But I think it's just too likely our opponent doesn't have very much. So, I mean, if he has absolutely nothing, what should we do? That's right. Check. Good answer. Very good answer. If we know he has a hand like 2 sevens, what should we do? Bet, because that hand is never betting, right? But that hand might call. So I thought he had more hands that were like ace-highs, pocket pairs, than he did have like 10-8 offsuits. And those 10-8 offsuits have to bluff. So not only that, but that's a lot of puppy dog feet. The puppy dog stampede, basically. Let's see if we can get some money out of these two guys here. Babe in Vegas. The angelic-looking babe in Vegas over there. And then some guy in a hoodie. All right. 250 into 150? That's a lot. I would imagine this means our opponent is unlikely to fold. Let's check and raise. If I make it 7, he calls 7, 14, not quite. All right, how about 8? $8. I mean, our opponent overbet the pot, so it would be kind of weird if he overbet folded. Yep. That's a pretty sweet turn card for us. Surprise, surprise. Oh, boy. Tell us more, J. Carver. I can't. That's all I got. That's all I got for you. $9, I suppose. Okay. All right. So I'm a little concerned, obviously, at this whole deuce of clubs thing. But the question is, do we check and let him bluff? I mean, that's not a thing that we can really reasonably do, can we? I think we just put it in. We could definitely be beat here, but maybe we should have checked. If he's tanking, then I think we probably should have checked here. He made a winky face and said, LOL. Is he running around high-fiving his friends with his ace of clubs? He's laughing at us. He's just running around high-fiving his buds. All right, I guess not. I thought he could be. I thought he was like laughing at us as he was running around, fist pumping, doing whatever. But he had his own bink bell. He's over there binking his bink bell and just getting real excited. I don't know. Paid to see. Yes, you did. You could have also not paid to see like the rest of my fans on YouTube. That's right. I'm just saying. See, it's good he doesn't know. It's good he doesn't know that we do videos, because maybe he wouldn't. So we do Turbo Week next week, and not everything will be on camera, but all the play will be on the Run Up Bankroll, of course. Then, yeah. Then you might never know, but it looks like he does know, and he also is $12 poorer. What are they talking about? Jack 8 is terrible. All right, I'm not going to narrate or read these. I'm not going to narrate. It is what it is. But unfortunately, I'm going to kind of have to hit and run. I guess maybe this orbit was quicker because he posted, so it skipped him. So, all right, we'll squeeze one more orbit in for the fans. The last time we did an orbit for the fans, I got ace, king, and jacks and lost like a buy-in and a half. So hopefully we avoid that this time. But we'll do it. Friday for the fans, last orbit of the week. Let's see if we can't end on a good note. Push the bar a little bit. We've ran it up a little bit now, but we're trying to stockpile the ammunition before we go into Turbo Week next week. And if it works out well, I'll do it, maybe not once a month, but maybe like once every 6 weeks I can do one of these Turbo Weeks. But I actually have only like a couple other major projects happening next week as opposed to like the 6th this week. So I feel like I can manage everything and actually put in some good amount of hours and see if we can't run it up a little bit. I feel like I'll be very often multi-tabling poker and like Magic or something. I feel like if we're really gonna do this, I feel like I need to multi-table other things as well into the poker stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. I think it should be fun. I'm looking forward to seeing from a challenge point of view to see how many to see like how my sessions go, what my results are looking like, how my results go in cash. I'm gonna keep good track of everything. I'm gonna keep track in poker charts. If you were watching my storytime videos about how I got into poker, I kept very good track back in the day on poker charts, and I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for this as well. I actually don't even know. If we've been keeping track with that or not. I at one point was paying someone to update a poker charts with all of our run it up sessions, but I'm not sure if that is still a thing, as I haven't pursued it in like 3 months. But either I'll pick it up and we're actually caught up, or we'll just have to track it for just the week, which is obviously fine as well. All right, so if it folds back to us here, we have a decision between calling and folding, obviously, as you can see, because I have 2 buttons in front of me. This is very often ace king, but it could also very often be nines or eights. And, you know, the price we're getting, I think we fold fives. I would call like sevens, I think. And I think we fold fives. I would definitely fold fours. I think I would fold sixes too. So, all right, I guess we just fold. We're making mistakes sometimes for sure, but especially because of the fact that we're winding up this video in the next 4 hands, it inclines us towards not gambling there, because there's no benefit of being like that wild gambly player at the table if we're just quitting in 4 hands, you know what I mean? So we get no image benefit out of it, and the guy hasn't done that before, and our hand is not really that good, and the price is not really that good. So I think all the other factors just, boy, if we've learned one thing at this table, it's that we can attack limp so brutally here, because people have limp folded incredibly high percentage of the time. I think every single time that people have limped and we've raised, they've folded. So, I mean, we wouldn't overdo it. Like this spot, I think, is too thin, but we would definitely attack very widely, having seen this kind of play at this table here, which is not something we've seen at other tables. Other tables, people have been a little bit more sticky, it has seemed. So don't forget, if you are capable of being in New Jersey on February the 1st, I've got 52 sweet tickets here. That's right, 52 people, sweet tickets. 50 for you Run It Up Warriors to try to contest, and 45 remaining spots for you guys. And I'm giving them out in pairs, so you can bring somebody, you can bring a friend or whoever, a Run It Up Warrior to be even. It doesn't make a difference. It'll be a really fun time. So and you don't have to live in Jersey or anything. All you have to do is promise me that you can be at the Prudential Center sometime prior to the start of the bout on February 1st. That's all you gotta do. I'm really not being very demanding here. You can be from anywhere. You can be from Slovenia. It's fine. You just need to make sure you're in Newark Saturday, February 1st, and then that's it. Could win ace and jack. Oh yeah, def winning. I should have said. I would have considered calling, but I obviously wasn't leaning towards doing so. All right, let's do some math. Love when we're using the plus button. So we have 18. Oh, no, we don't. We have 16, 20, 78. Is that right? Yeah, I think that's right. And we ran it up. That's right. Plus button, bitch. 3607. Oh, the sheriff badge just fell onto the bink bell. Wow, how beautiful is that? How poetic. So we end this week 16, 58, and 85. Boy, we're rich, bitch. I'm done. I sit out. No more. All right. So that's it. We ran it up. We started with less, ended with more. It's the run it up core principle. That's right. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And actually, all this week was pretty fun, I think. 93 was a lot of fun. The Hangout was really fun. The Apprentice was a new thing as well. So lots of cool stuff happening last week, this week. If you haven't seen that, go check out all those other videos this week. Some really cool stuff. Next week, lots of awesome things on the horizon. Don't forget, facebook.com/jcarpoker. We can be e-friends. The board says so. The board would not lie to you. That's right. And I think that's it. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you guys back for more very, very soon. Peace.